Hello everyone. Just trying to get things figured out. And getting back to the swing of things by streaming once again. It's been a hot minute. Hopefully I can get back to doing it more consistent. We shall see as time goes on. Because consistency does not work well with my current job, so I'm hoping I can get back into doing all this again. But main focus for today is just I'm gonna move that back so I don't accidentally get primer on it. Just want to prime this mini while I've got time, because tomorrow I definitely plan to stream a lot longer and paint this one up. Gonna take a long time, but I'm hoping that as things go well, hopefully I'll be able to get this all done soon. And that is not focusing. Come on now. I could have sworn I just had that brown in my hand. Where did I put it down? Up there. Need a bit of a thicker consistency if I want to make this work. That's way too thin. That's annoying. Seems my wet palette is a little too watered down, so I need to just get some dry paint on, because this is going to take forever. I just want a nice even coat that looks decent. That's all I need. Just a tad thicker than the watered down one. it's too high. Gosh dang it. Ah. All right. Okay, I'll just paint around it to thin it out. Okay. Then what we are going to do is a thin layer of amethyst over the hair. Because I want this hair to pop out a bit. And thankfully I have the speed paint just for what I need. Okay. Another pass of the brown. I need some more brown on my palette. Because I need to make sure that there's no black showing up underneath this. that. Clean off my brush, and I need to get some speed paint. Because I want that purple to stand out as highlights through a thin black layer. And hopefully Occultist's Cloak is thin enough that the purple is there but not too brilliant. At least that's the intended effect, but we shall see. We'll get some cleaning off on that brush, and I'll try to get some of that purple worked into the apple. Because simply painting the apple green makes it look like a Granny Smith apple. And I enjoy Granny Smith apples enough to know that it's going to take more than just a green coloring to make the apple look poisoned. Man, my hand is shaking tonight. Gosh dang. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get my handle because my hand is shaking way too much for me to be able to do this effectively right now. Question now is though, does this purple stand out and shine enough from the coat? I'm not sure. Because I like the amethyst, but I already used it in her hair for highlights. So then, what do I do about the bottle? Because I feel like if I go back to green, I have the greens for the designs and the highlights, but I'm not sure what to paint the bottle. What other colors do I have that could be poison-ish? Actually, I might have an answer. Alright. So we got one bottle that's purple. I think I might try the lipstick color. Because I think that'll stand out enough to make it pop, but look evil or poison-like enough that hopefully it gets the idea across. But we shall see. For all I know, I could just be dreaming too much. It is past midnight where I am, so I could easily be delusional right now. would not be the first time. But I want to see where this goes, because I think this might turn out well. All right. I think the lipstick was a good idea. I think what I'm going to do once this dries is I'm going to do a thin coat of magic blue on top of it, the speed paint, to give it the appearance that it's in a bottle. And then I can carefully color all the cords back into being like a leather color. That'll definitely take a minute. But yeah, I am sold on this color. Alright, let's check on the Centaur. Wraithbone on the bow, I need to do another pass to get rid of the gray spots. The rear of the horse is looking fine. Front part needs to dry a bit longer. I might just do a wraithbone coat to get the skin started on the Centaur. Thank you, Tizon. I just don't have the subscriber count for it just yet. I'm working on it. I am working on it. But for the past few weeks, I've been trying to finish getting a video done. But you saying that already just definitely makes my night, and I definitely feel better about all of this. So thank you, man. I do appreciate it. I do have a PayPal, not one I can use right now, though, just because my PayPal is under my full name, and I don't want to use my full government name just yet. Granted, if anybody sadly with Etsy, I can't hide it, because my name is out there on display for some of my purchases I made, so still, I don't want to actively link everything just yet. Yeah. I want to set up a business account one soon, though, because I do want to actually start working on some stuff. Because eventually what I want to do is I want to set up my own media company, as well as a hobby shop opened up in my local area, but that'll take time. And it'd probably be best if I finish getting my business degree before I actually go for those loans. But yeah, it's all good, man. One day. I'm hoping with the video I'm working on right now, I might be able to push myself to a few more new subscribers, but it's gonna be a shot in the dark if it fully works out. Because right now I've been trying to finish editing a video I have started researching on last year about centaur anatomy and how that works. But that I just have not had time between work and everything else. I just haven't had time to really finish editing that video. I'm working on it slowly but surely, but I'm at like 10 minutes out of an hour so far. So it'll take me a while before I can get it all done. I also need to thin this out. I put way too thick on there. Thank you, man. I am working on it slowly but surely. I've got a couple of guys going right now. I know it's a bit of a sin because I was trying to do all of it on stream, but I did get some work on these guys done off stream while I was listening to some anime. So I got some of the silver highlights put on most of the armor now, so the Aquila and some of the skulls, as well as a little stripe on top. I think I'm going to do Wraithbone to make it more of a natural skull on that part of the helmet. But I did that because right now I want to try doing silver and then throwing, because thank you. Oops, I accidentally knocked him over. What I've done in the past for my minis is, for these guys, I use Wraithbone as a base coat on the eye, and then I lighten it up by using Druchii Violet, or Druchii Violet. I have no way to how to officially pronounce that. I always call it Druchii with a K, but I've heard other content creators call it Druchii. But I want to try using silver and then throwing the Druchii Violet in the eyes to see if that makes it pop out a bit more with the highlights. But yeah, these guys, I've gotten some work done. I need to finish them up soon. I just haven't been streaming for a while because I've just been a little busy with work and other things happening in life. But I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things, to stream more consistently again, and to get those guys done. And, oh no, that's a strand on her face. That is not good. Man, I need to get some needle nose. There we go. Okay. For the most part, save that after my blunder there. I think I'm just gonna do my normal trick on doing eyes. So we found a pocket knife. Thanks. I'm just trying to do my best to learn how it goes. Just a matter of practice and being careful enough to not injure myself too much. Because I know the smart way to go about this is to get an appropriately sized brush, but I have misplaced where that brush is. Okay, I'm going to call that a decent dot for the eye. Then I'm going to be very careful as I try to get the lips done. Alright. I'll have to paint around it once the lips finish drying, but I'm gonna call it good there while it looks like a blobfish lips for now. But that's something I can fix later. Nah, I know that feeling all too well, man. I get it. It's definitely hard. Like, one thing I have to do is I need to just redo this guy. Because I was experimenting with my speed paint, and what I found out is, although it looks alright on camera, if you look closer up, you can see all of the space and the uneven coating for the blue on this guy. Which makes me sad, because I really wanted to do like an even blue speed paint to highlight the gray underneath it, to give like a cocytus feel to his armor. Did not work, so it happens, man. We just gotta experiment, roll with the punches. Sometimes a paint job turns out great, others not so much. I know that I need to fix this guy too. I've had this guy for a little while. I tried painting him in a previous stream like a few months ago. Like, I was excited to get him and throw him at my D&D party for tabletop. The only problem is I just felt bummed out when I messed up the color on him. But yeah, he's one of the newer models I had. Another model I need to fix is this guy. Because what I wanted to do is I tried mixing Troll Slayer orange with bronze to get like an orange sheen to make it look like it was pumpkin, like a metallic pumpkin armor. Did not work. However, my new strategy, thanks to spending money I shouldn't have, is I'm just going to get a... Where's my silver? Oh, I know I left it around here somewhere. Anyways, doesn't matter. I've got a speed paint that I'm going to try mixing in with a silver metallic to see if that works better on getting like the orange metallic coloring that I want for the armor. Because this guy is so special. I really need to make sure that he looks really good, especially with the green trim. Just going to take a while to get that all done and figured out. But yeah, no. We just got to keep painting. Sometimes your experiments go well, others not so much. Like, one set I need to finish up is I've got a bunch of Harangon characters for D&D. Like, this guy, I've done nothing wrong with it. I just haven't been as interested in doing it. So I need to do that. Have you tried doing a base layer of metallic and then do a thin down orange on top? Yeah, that was my attempt with this guy. The problem is, where it was too thin, the bronze didn't show up enough underneath it that it just didn't work too well. So I'm gonna get some nail polish remover and I'm gonna get this all off and try it again. Because I tried doing a thick layer of, I think it was either brass or bronze. My trip and music collection growing. My collection has been growing for quite a bit. Because some of these guys I haven't finished painting, but like this guy I received a while ago and primed on stream, but I never actually started painting him yet. But that's because these guys are for a collection for what I want to do is a Redwall style D&D campaign. I also got close but never finished my little mimic eating a heart. I need to paint the hearts on top, and then I just need to finish getting the red done on the inside of his mouth. That's a guy I need to finish. I got this mini for free as a thank you in an order I placed a while ago. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do with him, but I need to paint him up just because he's cool. I never finished these guys, my Yuan-Ti Malison. I love the design, I love all of these. I just kept bouncing between different painting projects. Like, my last stream is when I was doing this one, where I put it up with a vote for you guys on what color we were going to paint the spear for the magic. And it turned out alright for my first time experimenting with it. But I also haven't finished her yet, because I need to finish getting the gold for the armor clothing pieces done. So, such is life when you have a little bit of ADHD and you just bounce between projects because, ooh, shiny, new thing. So, yeah. my collection has definitely been growing more than I will ever care to admit because it means that I've been slacking on finishing previous projects. Oh yeah, no, I'm absolutely excited for the rats and the mice. I've got these two. I've got an archer and I've got a messenger. I absolutely love that their cape designs are just leaves. So what I wanted, I'm gonna try painting some fall colors to get a little bit of yellow on the edges to make it look like they're older leaves that are just kind of drying out. He's got a little thatch armor that I think is really cute. But these guys I'm super excited for to finish painting those up. But I have so many things I need to finish painting up, and I've done the worst thing possible. I ordered more minis on Etsy, so I have about 4 more things coming. I also have this thing that I almost finished and need to actually finish because it's just a spiritual weapon. This shouldn't take me very long to actually finish. I just started at one stream and I kind of forgot about it despite it being on my desk. I need to finish the spider waifu because I got started on her. I love painting the last one of these that I did a while back. I don't remember where I set her down. She's somewhere on this table. I need to clean this table because I am disorganized. I don't remember where I've set all my other minis down. Oh yeah, no. The messenger rat with the moth, I think is just cool. It's like, as soon as I saw this mini, I fell in love and purchased him as an impulse buy. He was like $6 on Etsy, so for what it was worth, it was really good. The main issue I ran into is when he was shipped over, because I think this one came from a European vendor and I live in the US. So during shipping, the legs on the moth snapped, so I had to super glue them back together, which was a little hard, but absolutely love him. So I'm hoping to stream a little bit more. Thank you. I think he's amazing as well. He was absolutely worth it. It's just now I need to paint it so that he's not just worth it, but actually done. But yeah. My collection keeps growing at a rate that I'm not painting at, and I need to actually paint more to keep up with all of it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna... Let me find where I put all my brushes. Alright. Then we're just gonna do some quick layering on the Centaur so I can get the skin started. I don't know how you guys do it when you do skin tones, but I got 4 now since watching me. You know what? I will wear that with a badge of honor. I will fully support people trying new things and getting into the hobby, so that's how you get started. I am more than excited to be the one who holds that moniker. Granted, I'm also the voice of indulgence with my friends as I tell them, so I'll just straight up tell people, look, if you ask me if you should or shouldn't do something, I will straight up tell you full send. If you can do it, just do it. Oh yeah, it's an expensive hobby between the brushes, the palettes, the paint, the minis. You got a lot to deal with. Oh yeah. There's some absolutely breathtaking sets. You know what? That's fair. Skin tone is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. I am terrified for it. My next set that I want to buy from Warhammer is I want to buy some Skaven because I like the Skaven. Like, I do not like anything from Age of Sigmar for the most part, but the Skaven are so cool that I'm absolutely buying some Skaven, even if I never play Age of Sigmar. But what I've started doing with all my skin tone for people is I do a coat of Wraithbone, and then I start doing some of my flesh shades on top of it. So with Vallejo, I've got dark flesh, medium flesh, and I've got light flesh. For example, I used light flesh on Snow White over there. But I think just doing a little bit of contrast really helps from what I've seen so far, of just Wraithbone on top just to keep everything smooth. And then you can do skin tone on top of that. I try to do a dark skin tone first and then a light skin tone on to tap it on top to highlight it a bit. But that works well for white characters. For tan characters, that's going to be a little bit more difficult. And I straight up have no idea how I'm going to do anything with like a darker skin tone. Because I can do purple skin, but I don't have anything so far that would be like for a black or a much more tan complexion. I think the best I can manage with my current skin tone is olive and white and purple, because purple in fantasy skin is very common. But yeah, that's kind of what I've figured out so far. I know that there's a YouTuber I follow called Eons of Battle. When he does it, he does magenta. Like, he does an undercoat of magenta as a highlight. So then when you do a thin layer of skin tone on top of it, the magenta kind of offsets it so there's color in the cheeks and in certain highlight parts of the face. I haven't tried that yet, just because I don't have a good magenta, I don't feel. But I am tempted to try that out because he swears by it and it looks good when he's done it. I just don't know how it would look if I try it. So I'm always nervous to try it out. Hey Direwolf, how you doing? Been a hot minute since I last saw you. I mean, granted, it's been a hot minute since I last streamed, so that's mostly on me. But hello again. It's good to see everybody. I mean, yeah, it's just hard because I've never been good with colors before. I was always a sketch artist. I did a lot of stuff with black and white and like pencil sketching and shading. So going into painting where I have to do like faces, skin tones, and armor, it's definitely throwing me off, but in a good way because I feel like I'm growing from it. But yeah, I try to plan ahead just to give myself an idea. But the best laid plans are done with mice and men, and as they say, or however my grandfather says that phrase. Good, you have a lot of subs? That's good to hear, Direwolf. I'm excited to hear that. So it means that you are growing, so it's good to hear that your work is actually paying off. So congrats on that. Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to experiment and learn how to do colors on like people and flesh tones, because at one point I'm gonna have to paint like a lot of people that are just not covered and not armored, because I like painting people with armor, but at the same time I can get away with not doing flesh on. Oh hey, it's a UNT, it's a snake. I don't have to worry about that. Or for all of my Driders so far, they've all been geisha style in dress, so I can just throw on a heavy layer of Wraithbone and then do red highlights and makeup lines to then go, hey, they just have makeup. It's not their real skin tone. They just have makeup on. Because, you know, they're wearing a Japanese dress, they got the Japanese geisha girl heads, like hairstyle. Might as well just get the makeup done the same way. But that's not the same with, oh hey, I have a centaur. That I should probably do centaur as an actual more realistic color for him. So definitely something I have to figure out, much to my chagrin, because I am mostly doing the centaur thing because I have a video about centaurs coming out soon, and I need more footage for that video, so I have something moving. I always get self-conscious whenever I make my videos, like in the past when I've made my videos, because it takes a while to like draw out my character and my OC so that it's a person standing in front of like the screen talking to the audience. But changing the style, changing the pose, having different emotes and expressions, it's worth it, and I enjoy drawing it, but it takes so much time too. And with how much I've redesigned and changed my OC, I always get nervous about, oh, this is just going to be there for a few months and then I'm going to change it again because I get a tickle in my brain to draw again. So there's a little bit of the panic in there. Honestly, I feel like, I know this is kind of like the, to answer your question, T-Zon, this is kind of a cop-out, but I feel like depending on what you eat, like if you're going for like the horse rump, that's obviously just eating a horse. If you go for, apparently, as I found out today thanks to TikTok, according to a random TikTok, so, you know, heard it on the internet, so of course it's true, apparently cannibals say that the neck is the most tasty part of the human body when they eat humans. If that's true or not, I have no idea, but I feel like if you're going for the human torso, that's cannibalism if you're a human. If you eat the horse part, you're eating a horse. I know that's a cop-out of saying, well, the half that's that part and the half that's that part are different, but I'm just taking the cop-out when I can, because quite honestly, I don't know. If I had my say to be any fantasy race in D&D, I would probably be something like a grung. Because being a poison dart frog with my own poison would just be kind of cool. The only issue is I wouldn't really be able to explore the world that well. But second idea would probably be like a lizard folk, just because being a lizard person is fun, and the first race I ever chose when playing Skyrim was I made an Argonian character. Which, if you've seen videos about what your race says about you, every stereotype about Argonian players does apply to me. I can't even hide from that if I wanted to. And so I will not deny the truth. Got that. Man, painting the hair is going to be awful. I wish this mini came in like the human torso and the horse torso was separate. Instead, what came separate was the base from the horse, which doesn't really help when you've got all this to work with. Like, there is so much going on here with how the arms are positioned. The hair is nice in how it flows and its positioning. It's very dynamic. But gosh dang it, getting back here to paint that cuirass is going to be a nightmare and a half. Not to mention, painting the dress part, the saddle, like the saddlebag, then the actual... Oh, what is this called? It's the... Is it the saddle blanket? I don't remember. It's been so long since I actually, like, threw a saddle on a horse. I don't remember it. But it's a blanket that goes on underneath the saddle. I think it's the saddle blanket or something else. I don't remember. But I don't know if I want to keep that the same green as that. Or if I want to do, like, a different color of brown. Switch up the colors. I don't... There's so much to do on this mini. It's kind of intimidating. But a challenge is a challenge, and I bought this because I was signing up for a challenge. So we shall see how this all goes. I'll do a little bit of dark flesh shade first as a base coat. Also, don't mind me, it is past midnight. I'm cracking open a Pepsi so I can get some sugar in me. Something to give me a bit of a sugar high, keep myself awake for a little bit longer. excuse me if you guys heard that, I do apologize. Ugh. 10:20 a.m. for you? Gosh dang, man. I think I'm just gonna brush some of this paint off before I throw it on. But I guess top of the morning to you. Don't quite know where you are, but seems like a decent time, honestly. Alright. I always feel weird when I... Holland. Oh, okay. Rotterdam, Holland. Okay. That's pretty cool, honestly. Oh, right. I think you mentioned that before in a previous stream. I think we talked about it because of where you were going for your live games. Gosh dang, it has been a while. I'm forgetting everything now, aren't I? I always feel weird when I throw on, like, the dark flesh shade, because it looks so yellow. Like, it's a weird orangey yellow that is almost off-putting at times. But that is why I try to throw it over a wraith bone so it sticks out a bit more. Then I need to get some on my hand. Yeah, you can kind of see, like, this happens when you live, like, a take some emotions. You tend to forget certain things. How it feels. I mean, that's true, T-Zone. That is true. Time definitely happens, and things at work have definitely shooken me up from Saturday, so, yeah, you're right. I just get hard on myself sometimes because, you know, I try to demand for myself more than I demand from others. I always try to be better, try to do things, and I always feel bad if I forget things. Because, you know, it's not sure everybody understands that you forget things you don't mean to, but it's also kind of that part of respect of like, hey, you told me this before, I should try to remember things. I know I'm not perfect, I'm not going to remember everything, but I just want to make sure that I'm also just trying to be respectful of, like, you know, sometimes people share things about themselves, and I don't want to, like, forget or ask them, oh, can you say that again, or can you repeat yourself? Because, you know, it just sucks when that happens sometimes. Even if it's unintentional, I don't want to, like, make anybody feel bad. You know? I guess that's just kind of a people-pleaser part of me, which I know is probably bad, but just something that's always been on my mind. Also, gosh dang, yeah. if I left this as like on a goblin, I could call this goblin color for the skin. That's so yellowy. It's like a weird yellow leather. Gonna get some more light flesh shade. I mean, that is fair. I try my best, man. Just because I do enjoy it whenever people come into stream and talk with me. Just because it's interesting to have conversations, to talk with people. I also like to just get on at late at night for me, because I normally run into more adults, so it's a little bit more fun to have the doom scroller conversations at times. Just because, at least for me, whenever I'm doom scrolling or it's late at night, I'm a bit more honest with people when I talk with them. And I just enjoy having a bit more honest conversations with people. At least when I open myself up to be more honest at this time of night. But yeah, no. I mean, remembering a name is the least I can do. Just because, you know, you are here, and I do have to juggle, like, as a streamer, I talk to multiple people when they come into stream. So I have to juggle talking to this person, that person, and everybody's got their own things. Like, Direwolf Girl, I remember when she first came in, and she was talking to me about, like, should she start her channel or not, and I kept on saying, yeah, you should do it. Then she changed her name, came back on a later stream, and she's now getting more subscribers, which I'm really excited for, because, you know, she was putting in work. I don't exactly watch the type of content she makes that often, but she's putting in work, and she's getting results, and I'm genuinely excited to see that she's able to get that. As well as a couple other from some of my other guys who I talk to. Sometimes there's some of my friends who are streamers who pop in to chat, or just other people that have spoken to me before that they pop in, say hi, we talk for a little bit, and it's always chill. I just like being able to talk to people, have a chill moment, just like see how people are doing, talk with them, get their perspective on life or certain questions and ideas. It's fun. I really enjoy it. It's one of the parts of streaming that I enjoy, because, you know, I know, I shouldn't get parasocial about all of it, but I do enjoy actually talking with people and getting to know them better. I don't know, it reminds me of when I lived in Mexico, I guess, because when I was living in Mexico, it gave me a different perspective on the world, and it was exciting to talk to people about, like, hey, what do you value in life? What do you think is, like, the most important? How do you see XYZ thing? So I like that perspective, and I like just the honest conversations. Okay. I think the I think the flesh shade is starting to dry off a bit now. It's looking a bit better. Yeah? I mean, that's fair, man. We all are busy and we got things we have to work on, so I get it. I mostly started with content creation because I just wanted to find a way to do my hobbies more often. And I also wanted to talk about, like, media and questions that I had about media and observations I made. Also because I do have friends who are nerds, but we're not all nerds about the same thing. So sometimes I can't always nerd out with them about the same details. So being able to go into very detailed rants or to talk about details in media, it's very fun, and I can, with the internet at least, I can build a small community where people understand where I'm coming from and can talk with me about it. I still need to finish responding to a lot of comments on my Star Wars video that I made last year, because I was very proud of that. and I liked the pushback some people gave me, because it definitely made me think more about what I was talking about. But also it was interesting to see the discourse. But yeah, lifestyles definitely play a role with it. Especially my current job, I can't do much with all of this. I'd like to stream more often. But my current situation right now is I work 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. most of my shifts. And so it's just kind of difficult to organize work and streaming. And then having time to also edit and work on my scripts, because I like making scripted content and those kinds of videos. Definitely not easy to balance all of that out with everything else. All my money's going to tools. Oh, yeah. But tools are important. As somebody who grew up having nothing but home improvement projects because his mother kept buying historical homes, I have spent my life fixing up houses. So, tools are definitely important. You need to have a good set of tools for everything. Sucks balls working for yourself. Oh. Carpenter? Or what kind of trade are you in for getting tools like that? Don't mind me, I'm just mixing some yellow into my brown. Because I need to make a dirty blonde hair. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull this off right. Carpenter all around. Gosh dang. My respects, man. Jack of all trades. Yeah. But a jack of all trades is a very necessary, because quite honestly, being able to bounce and do multiple things reliably is very helpful. I hate the whole good at many things, master of none rhetoric, just because quite honestly, you kind of need an all-rounder sometimes. Not everybody can be perfect at everything. And sometimes it's just good to be able to do a lot of things reliably than it is to just be good at one thing and awful at everything else. Yeah, This was not a good color combination. I was hoping that the mixing in yellow with my mahogany brown would do better, but this is not looking that good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna need to I need to thin down and throw some more yellow onto this. Because it's kind of brown in what I was hoping for, but I was thinking more blonde, like a dirty blonde. So I think I'm going to keep this brown as the base, and then I think I'm just going to throw yellow streaks on top. All right. You know what just struck me? The hair from this angle kind of reminds me of Avril Lavigne. And now I've kind of got the Centaur is singing "Here's to Never Growing Up" is stuck in my head. That is not what I expected to have happen while working on this. I am not gonna lie. So everybody just imagine that we've got a Centaur singing "Girlfriend" by Avril Lavigne, because from this angle, it very much looked like an old, like, I don't know, maybe it's just because some of us here probably grew up in the 2000s that you guys would know what I'm coming from. This angle, this is just like 2000s haircut style. This is Avril Lavigne. This is like the hot emo chick at school. That was considered weird at the time, but now we all lust over. Granted, I was lusting over him before it was cool. Oh no. So is anybody gonna be mad if I just name this Centaur Avril? Like, it... Because at this point, it's not gonna... I'm not gonna see anything else except Avril Lavigne. And I think I just answered my own question on how I'm gonna do the rest of this paint. I'm gonna try to emulate her clothing from Skater Boy. I'm gonna try getting a plaid on that pattern on that saddle blanket. And oh no. Oh no, no, this is already going. Oh no. This is making too much sense now. Gosh, why? Sure, it's 1 in the morning, so this is my fault for having this thought. So... yeah, they are alt chicks. Avril Centaurine. Yeah, no, I know exactly how we're gonna do the rest of this color scheme, guys. We're making Avril Lavigne as a centaur. Oh, this is not what I had pictured at all. Coyote P! Oh no. We're making an alternative centaur. And the worst part is, the more I think about it, the more I love this idea. Gosh dang it. That's too good of an idea. I'm gonna have to do it now. I have to full send this. I didn't know what to expect, but no, it's too good. I can't give that up. Oh no. All right. We have a new dream. We have a new focus. I wasn't expecting things to turn out this way, but I'm so glad they did, because this is going to be so unhinged and it's perfect for what I need to do. Thank you guys for inspiring me to be this dumb. All right. I'm going to get some reference pictures off stream when I finish. Craziest ideas are often the best. Yeah, true. Don't forget the one line of hair black. You are so right. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be glorious. Here's the thing. I'm going to do research after stream so I can get all the reference pictures and get my paint set out and selected before stream tomorrow, so I can make this happen right. We're turning into Avril Lavigne. Skater Boy was the shit. That was absolutely one of the best songs. Now I want to kit bash like a backwards ball cap, like snapback on her. I can't do that, and I don't have the skill to do that. But this is going to be attempt number 1. Mark my words. This is attempt 1. We're going to do the Skater Boy outfit from Avril Lavigne as like the base color scheme for her clothing. In the future, when I can get my friend who is like a 3D artist, I'm gonna have him make a custom STL where we have the snapback and everything so that we can do Avril Centaurine in full skater boy outfit. Oh, this is so. Oh gosh. I. This is so unhinged in the best ways possible. Ah, inspiration truly does hit at the dumbest hours of the night. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. I am so committed to this now. There's no stopping this. And it's all because I was just painting her hair looking at this angle. Gosh dang it. Ah, the most. Okay. We have a plan. We have a plan. We're gonna make it work. So. I need to go to sleep and I just need to call it a day here because I'm already delirious as is. And my hands are shaking beyond belief, so I'm probably too tired. So. I'm streaming tomorrow night, or I guess later today, technically, because it's 1 in the morning here. But I'll be streaming again soon. Off stream, I'm going to find a bunch of Avril Lavigne reference photos. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get those pictures. I'm gonna get everything on the side. And tomorrow night, we are painting Avril Centaurine in the plaid and everything from the Skater Boy outfit from that. Oh gosh. All right. Thank you guys so much for inspiring me to do this. I will see you guys later. Take it easy, and I hope all of you have a good night and a good day. I'll see you guys later. Until then, thank you for your time. We're going to make this happen.